Hey folks, it's Brad here, and we're going to take a look at these two ball heads today. You get two, yes, two for the price of one. Well, not for the price of one. These are actually the listings, and we are taking a look for comparison purposes so we can understand each one better. At the YC Onion Pano ball head, it's currently at $40, and the NEEWER ball head at $33. And so these are about in the same class, and I will show you what their features are. So first, note that these are on 3/8/16 posts on here on this NEEWER horizontal axis. It's just convenient for me to put them on there. They do, however, come with the sleeves that are customary with these ball heads that convert that 3/8/16 hole to the standard 1/4 hole. To make it so it fits on a smaller post. That's one from one from the other. All right, and then the YC Onion one, that is on the right. The NEEWER one is the one with the red on the left. That one comes with this little cover. It's a rubbery cover that fits on the 1/4 in the quick release plate there. It also comes with the hex key or Allen wrench with these two little safety catches. I took them off. The Allen key goes with these guys, goes on the head. And that brings me to one of the features that the YC Onion one has. So we're gonna take that off of there. Here's the quick release plate. You have holes here if you wanted to put a string through this because you're connecting something to your body. You can do that. I never do that. Now notice this is symmetrical now because I took those safety catches off. You can put this onto this in either orientation. It fits both ways. But I would rather have the safety catches on, honestly, and I'll put them on right after the review. I just took them off to show you that. Also note that this plate, it has one of these screws where you need to use, if you tighten it really hard, you need to use a coin rather than your fingernail to operate it. I prefer the ones that have something where you don't need another implement to do it. And one more thing, this does not have markings on here to line up with the markings on the quick release clamp. But the clamp does have markings, so that's interesting. Now let's compare that over here with the NEEWER one. This is, I'll take this plate off of here so we can see it. All right, so this is a little bulkier. It's not a square, it's a rectangle. So the standard, I don't know, the 38 millimeter width, it's going to be a little longer, maybe at 40, that's just a guess. Both of them have rubbery plate things. This is a rubbery plate, and these are rubbery strips on the top. If you want to put a string or strap through here, this has bigger strap holes. And this one has, of course, your little safety catches that stick up. And it has something, this handle, like a bucket handle that you can use to operate this without using a coin or something. But you can still use that if you want to really cinch it down. Okay, and it has markings on the side. The structure is different, but for my purposes, these operate about the same. So notice that this one has the upper part that goes above the triangle, but that's never been necessary in my view for anything. So that's not really a deficit. Also, these, while I have them both out, they fit in each other because these are standard Arca Swiss. It wasn't difficult to get them in. That opens up pretty well. The YC Onion one opens up well too. See, still got a little space. So I have some longer or wider ones, plates like on my camera, and it's difficult when I get one of these clamps that doesn't open up wide enough. Like maybe they give you a very thin clamp. Okay. All right, so that's it for the top part, and now we want to look at the bottom parts and compare them, and this is where a real difference comes into play for me. So you've got ball head action here on the left, and you see the NEEWER one. I can turn this and that loosens the ball head. Okay, great. And you've got one 90-degree slot over there. That's good. Okay. And then over here, you've got the YC Onion one. And I have my, let's see, which one? I've got this knob here. It's pretty easy to operate. And I've got the one on the left, or sorry, on the right for the ball head. And that has one 90-degree opening. The bigger ones, you know, when they're bigger, I really want them to have two, so you have the option better. But if you see, when I crank this down, I'll show you over here. So you see that, how it's running into the platform? That means that you need to use this YC Onion ball head with the smaller platform. I can just barely get it so that it's pretty tight, but not as tight as I'd want. Let's see. Okay, and I loosen the pano. So that is what I think is a deficit. Now I really like this square one up here. That's nice. I like to have small, thin ones when I can for the plates. This operates smoothly. This is really nice. It seems machined well. And when I loosen up the pano, then I can independently operate that. I don't have to spin the ball head around. So that is really nice, but this is the deficit for me. The bigger plate, it doesn't really work on. If we contrast over here, we don't have one of the handles, so the handle is up higher for the ball head, but the pano knob is down lower. This, see, it's not running into that at all. So the lower one, they've designed it a bit better, so I can just loosen it up and spin this around very smoothly, very easily. So that's a big bonus. So I prefer in some the smaller plate of the YC Onion, and it is well built, but you need to put it on a smaller platform, a smaller tripod. So overall, I prefer this newer one because of this design. I just hate it when knobs run into the platform. That's not necessary. You could, as you can see, engineer it differently. And the newer one is even bigger overall, slightly bigger, which I think that they'll hold about the same, but you know, they didn't use that as an excuse to make a huge knob that sticks down and gets in the way. All right, so I think that's about it. I like both of them, but you need to be careful whenever you've got a knob hanging down for this. So good luck. I hope it helped.